if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Alert. 95. Flare.
Up the middle, it's Williams. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Left hash. Hey, alert.
Wilson.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans nothing.
Deck LG all day.
Brett Maher sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
19 Tiger. Kill. 19 Lion.
Stroud off the play fake.
This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the 1st to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Now here's Stroud. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Velus Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be second down. But you look at this Bronco defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Again on second down, it's Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. That's Grant.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Bronco 80, Cup 19, Cup 19.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Check 31. 18, Pioneer. Ready, go.
Play action. Stroud now.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Dalton Schultz, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
This is 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Took right.
Four down.
Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Mike 6. Mike 6.
To throw is Wilson.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted.
Desmond King picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
56.
18 Cardinal. Mustang 19.
Here's Stroud. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Check 56.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
You.
Mike 56. Mike 56. We got double up.
Ready.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd down, Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Man, I got you.
Check. Look for signals.
58.
Wilson.
Here we go.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
They'll go play action here with Stroud.
Man open, here is Jones.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
That connection seemed to work out okay on the first play of the drive. Why not go right back to it? And once again, this defense is left without an answer as they surrender back-to-back 1st downs.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Randy Gregory. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Cougar 19.
Check 4, check 4.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now Stroud. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Riley Moss.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Get in the weight room. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Bang out.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hey,
2nd down and 8.
Mike 39. Watch this. Left hash. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 14.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to move back in front.
With solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in constant up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Texans 10. Brett Maher sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Switch.
Stroud sets up the play action. Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
3rd and 9 here.
You must be dreaming. 41's coming. 41's a Mike.
Stroud out of the gun here.
He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away.
Back deep for Denver, the rookie Marvin Mims.
It's taken to the 26. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 33-yard line.
All goes special.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. You don't want none, baby.
Now Wilson.
You don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Yeah, Mike 58 right there.
Hey,
And Wilson going to change things up here.
Let's go, defense.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
58's the Mike, 58. 58's the Mike.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Check.
Watch the edge.
Good, 12.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Second and 10.
Watch the run.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
Spot that.
Mike 6. Mike 6.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead.
And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will he?
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Broncos
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. 1 play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Texans 10. Brett Maher sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And Stroud now to throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Red, 70 Lions, Viking 18.
Hey, check 24.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Here we go, 60 Eagles. Eagle, 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready.
Final play of the half, Stroud.
Safe.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
41's the mic. 41.
The final shot before break. Stroud. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Right left.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43.
39. Check Mike 39.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Slip.
Check 50.
Again, it's Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Watch the backer.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Hey, alert. Team.
They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic. Hey,
Here's Wilson to throw. This is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Texans 10. Brett Maher sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
41, Mike. 41.
Stroud.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
Watch the safety creep.
Throwing now is Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. It's Grant, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose.
It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Nice play by Jerry Hughes to drop him behind the line.
Friday. D-line, get that quarterback. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And shutting him off, now open field.
Javonte Williams.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Javonte Williams
with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Marr on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Broncos 42, Texans 10. Brett Maher sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Stroud now on second down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hand?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Broncos 49, Texans 10. Brett Maher sets the kickoff.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Grant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
You got three down.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
He'll He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Texans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be third and forever.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Stroud. Looking deep here for Mechie.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a fifth interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
All day, every day, any day.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Go. Shift. 14, Friday.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out. This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
50 seconds the mic.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Stroud looking to throw. He's going to let it fly.
We gonna shut you down.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
19. Long day for you. Check.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Would have. Been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's a gain of 25.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 142 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 3.
Check Mike 39. Check pass. Slant.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
It's just me and you.
Ready.
And they take a knee. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Come on.
The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. Stroud to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
And it'll be intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Ready. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Come on, D. 41's coming. 41's a
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Go.
And they will take a knee here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Broncos, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.